Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Taurus is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It is totally free, doesn't cost anything. If there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Taurus, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And 10 of Pentacles. This is really one of the best cards. This card contains every other card of the tarot, right? Because this is the card that's asking, what is your best life? What is the life you want? If you had to get out a sheet of paper, get out a pencil, draw a picture of your best life, what would you draw? What does wealth mean to you? What is the good life? What is the successful life? What is the life you want to live? Right? What is your ideal? This is the poster on your wall of what you hope to achieve, and what you wake up every day and you see it, and that's what you're working toward every single day. Okay? So this is really a purpose-driven person, right? I think you have your sights set on what kind of life you want, and I think every day you wake up and you're working hard towards it. Okay? Let's put this into some context. Let's see what's going on here. We got the Lover's card. Okay. We've got the Leo card, the Lust or Strength card. We've got a Four of Cups. We've got a Nine of Swords. And a Three of Cups. Very good. We've got a Two of Pentacles. A Queen of Cups, a Knight of Wands, and there's the Princess of Pentacles. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown, and we're just going to set it down right here with Bubo, our mechanical owl, right on top. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but we'll tie everything together and give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during this program you feel like you know what that card is, I want you to put your guess, your hunch, your prediction down in the comments. Okay. Let's look around the room here. We've got two major arcana energies. We've got the Lovers and we've got Lust, right? We've got fire. We've got water, 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 a little bit of air, and then we've got, of course, our earth, earth, and earth. Okay, so let's see, 1, 2, 3 water cards, yeah, and then 1, 2, 3 earth cards. So water to earth, right? It's sort of this feeling, this dream, this need, this desire that we have. We want to make it real. Okay. So when we're thinking of the Lover's card in the context of our 10 of Pentacles, what is your best life? What does wealth mean to you? Well, I think the Lover's card is kind of saying, like, this is what I'm trying to focus on right now. Family. It could be romance, connection, that desire for union. See, we might have most of these Pentacles already done, or we made some good progress on a lot of these things. But the area of your best life that now needs your attention is basically your love life. Now, put your pitchforks away. This doesn't have to be romance. This could be a spiritual union. This could be, friendship. This could be family. It's intimate relationships. It could be that you want a pet. I don't know. But we want that bond. There's an emotional need now that we want to fulfill. Part of our best life, not just money, not just fortune and fame and glory and all this stuff. No, it's connection. It's love, right? It is, it's intimacy. It's a bond. It's this emotional need that you have, or that we all have, for connection, right? And it's in some ways, you're realizing that all of this physical success, financial success, doesn't really mean as much if you don't have something or someone to share it with. Either a spiritual connection, an emotional connection, a love connection, right? It could very much be that we want to share our wealth with family, friends, maybe with a lover, a romantic partner. See, the Lover's card is always a choice. It's always a commitment. It's saying, I want to be committed to somebody. I want to have friends that we're like a family. I want that family vibe. I want that closeness with someone. Whether it's romantic or platonic, it doesn't matter. But we want that, we want this union. We want someone to commit to us, and we want to commit to them. Again, romantic, platonic, doesn't matter. But this is the choice that we're making. We're saying, okay, well, what now? I got my 10 of Pentacles. I got the poster on my wall of what kind of life I want. This is that part of it that is, how do you draw this, really? If you got your paper and pencil, how are you drawing this into your best life? Did you remember to include this? But how do you draw it? What does it actually look like for you? Is this maybe you with a lot of pets? Is this you with a big, big family or a lot of friends? Everybody's at your house? Is this you with one, like, best friend where the two of you share all your secrets and all your troubles with each other? Or is this a romantic thing? Are you glued to the hip with someone? Or, what is this for you? Is this more of a spiritual thing? Yeah. What is this union? What is this togetherness? What is this sense of family that you're after? How do we draw that? That's the question, right? What does it look like for you? Underneath the surface, you're someone that has a lot of passion, a lot of creativity. You have a lot of discipline, okay? And honestly, what I think you truly want in this partnership, in this bond, in this relationship, you want excitement, you want fun, you want passion, right? This is the lust card in the Thoth Tarot. It's called Strength in most other tarot packs, but in the Thoth Tarot, it's called Lust. Okay? And it is that intense desire for something. Okay? And it has to be controlled. It has to be directed in a particular direction. It has to be a choice. It has to be a commitment, right? So there's this idea of discipline and self-control here. But you basically want these two. You want a relationship that's filled with passion, and not just in a sexual or romantic way, but you want a friendship even, where there's excitement, where the two of you go and do fun things together, where you have somebody to share this kind of passion and this enthusiasm with, right? And so this is kind of what we're feeling is maybe not missing from life, but this is what we're focusing on right now, is trying to have a life or relationships in life that feel exciting, that feel thrilling, that feel that we're sort of we're motivated, right? We're enthusiastic. We cannot wait to do these things with people, to be with our people, to enjoy the company of others, These two. Very strong, very, very strong energies. Now, the Four of Cups in the past here, I feel like you've lived a life generally where, this is contrasted with the Lust card. This is kind of dull, right? This is kind of like there hasn't been a lot of excitement. There hasn't been a lot of passion in life. This has been an emotional stability. This has been kind of like, I haven't been focusing on the relationship stuff. I haven't really been focusing on love. My heart's been a little bit closed off, perhaps, as you focus on the Ten of Pentacles. We're starting to realize that I want to open my heart up. I want to love. I want to live. I want to feel. I want to take risks. I want to, maybe get my heart broken, right? This is a safety. And so I'm thinking that somewhere in your past, you did get your heart broken. Somewhere along the line, you kind of said, I don't want the intimate relationships. I'm not going to let anybody get too close. Right? The Four of Cups is kind of a storm shelter. There was a storm. We went into the storm shelter. Okay, we're safe. Good. Nothing can hurt me in here. Eventually, we got to come out of that storm shelter. We don't live our lives in that storm shelter. Okay? And so this is something that I think you're starting to realize, especially with our Nine of Swords up there. Nine of Swords is really that sort of storm. And it's almost as if there was part of you that was always in the storm shelter because you thought life was always going to be a storm. You didn't want to get hurt. Nobody does, obviously. And so we tend to stay in that storm shelter where we are closed off, we're protected, right? Where we kind of have this attitude here that, I don't want anybody in my life. People are hurtful. People are bad. People are no good. So we protect ourselves. We don't let anybody get close. And of course, if everything is raining bloody swords down on you, then we're going to want to fortify ourselves. If there is that acid rain outside, let's stay indoors, emotionally speaking. But I think what you're realizing now is that maybe the Nine of Swords maybe this isn't everywhere. Or you know what, maybe there are storms out there. Let's say the Four of Cups is a sailboat. And you had some stormy seas out there on the ocean in your past. So you went into a nice, safe harbor. You anchored your boat, you parked it right here, it's safe in this little cove. You think, I'm happy here, I'm okay here. This is good. Well, it's okay for a time. It feels good to be safe now. But then over time, it starts to feel like, there has to be more than this. I don't want to stay anchored in this cove forever. It's nice that there's no holes in the boat, right? The boat's not sinking. But I'm not really pursuing that best life either. And I'm not headed toward the really, truly best life here with that Ten of Pentacles and everything that it includes. It may be that you're ready to take a chance and raise the anchor and set sail again. Go out into the wide ocean, the infinite ocean. And maybe there'll be some storms out there again, but there's going to be a lot of good things too. Not every day is going to be a stormy day. Right? And it could be that we sort of closed our heart down at some point in the past and we started looking at the best life as being just pentacles. Just the 10 of Pentacles. It's just success, achievement, financial stuff, stability. It's the material stuff, and that's what I'm focusing on. Because that's something that's kind of easier to control in a way, right? It's something tangible. It's something that we can look at. It's something that we can hold in our hand and we can draw a picture of it. It's very difficult to draw a picture and to really understand the more subtle energies, the emotional energies. But I think now we're realizing that the pentacles without the water are empty shells. That this best life, so-called, that we're creating doesn't mean anything if it's not filled with purpose, filled with passion, filled with enthusiasm and connection. There's only so much we can do sort of by ourselves, enjoying our life like we want to share it with somebody or something, some other living thing, Maybe it's your pets, maybe it's your plants, maybe it's people. I think we're looking for emotional connections now, because that adds substance and meaning into these pentacles. The pentacles are really just the vessel. It's like all of this material success. What is it for? Well, it's to enjoy life. It's for the fulfillment of a purpose. It's for meaning. There has to be something else here, not just the physical form. Otherwise, empty shells. Yeah. So the Nine of Swords is, I think, your willingness to take a risk. And you're kind of saying, hey, you know what? I'm just going to open up my heart again. I'm going to let people get close. Even if I'm going to get hurt again sometimes, that's okay. I know what it's like. I've been there. I think otherwise, this Nine of Swords becomes truly a depression and a despair and a misery if we are just experiencing, if every day is an acid rain and we're stuck in the storm shelter, we can't survive that. We can't live that way all the time. Okay. Now, Spirit's saying something about an elevator. You got stuck in an elevator, or the elevator didn't work, or something like that was happening in your life. I feel like maybe you got stuck in an elevator once, or something like that. The Three of Cups in the future position. This is now an unfreezing of this ice cube of the Four, right? And now we have expression of love. And now we have that you're putting yourself out there. This, I'm closed off, no movement. It's a Four, right? It's a state. It's a solid state. Meant to be a temporary state, I might add. This is a 3. It's an odd number. It's an extension. It's a reaching out. It's a flow. It's a verb. You're putting yourself out there. You're expressing yourself. You're saying, this is who I am. This is what I want. And we're doing that. We're putting our energy out into the world, and we're going to connect with people. We're going to connect with things. Some things we're not going to connect with, and that's okay. But this is you putting yourself out there, expressing your energy, being who you are, being open, being expressive, kind of telling the universe what you want, what you need. Really an opening up of this heart energy right now for you, from the 4 to the 3 here. Okay, the 3 is also a reason to celebrate. So I think that there is some happy news coming your way. I think you're starting to communicate with somebody, and I think it's really going to go very well. The 3 is kind of it's an abundance, it's a celebration, it's an appreciation. So I feel like this is you spending time with friends or family or a lover, or going out on a date, or going on an adventure with somebody, or getting the puppy, I don't know. But this is joy. This is a moment in your life where you feel happy and elated and jubilant. Okay? And I think this is through your commitment to somebody else, through your experience with somebody. It doesn't say you're getting married, right? It doesn't say that you have to sign your life away to somebody and commit to something, or to do anything permanent, right? But this is your desire for union. It's saying you've got to come together with people right now. A person, a pet, a plant, whatever it is for you. And experience that joy, because I think you've experienced pain enough. And you've experienced kind of maybe the fear of pain enough. It's time to go out and experience joy. Yeah. It's very good. Time to start making plans. We're going to talk about the path of the serpent. As we do this, I would like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. It doesn't cost anything. So I think you are making plans with somebody else, and I think you're going to have a good time with that person. Maybe you're going to be planning a vacation or something like this. Your general energy is the 2 of Pentacles, change, harmonious change. What do I need to do differently? What can I do to get closer to my best life, my truly best life, one with meaning, one with purpose, one with fulfillment, not just empty shells, empty pentacles? What do I need to change? I think you're changing. I think you're changing. I think your shell is starting to crack open. And you're letting some of your love out, and you're bringing some love in. I think that you're choosing perhaps to take more risks, emotional risks, putting yourself out there and just seeing what happens. Fortifying yourself against pain and suffering and loss, but being willing to bond with people, knowing that it could end, right? People leave. People pass into spirit. People break up, But that's not a reason for us to avoid those kinds of relationships. I don't want to have any friends because I don't want any of those friends to pass away. I don't want to ever get into a romantic relationship because I don't want to ever break up with anybody. I don't want to be broken up with. I don't want to experience the loss or the pain, Now, maybe we're not talking about a person specifically. Maybe this is about you pursuing your purpose. Maybe this is you kind of, like I said, maybe it's a spiritual commitment, a spiritual union. Maybe this is you saying, you know what, I'm gonna pursue my dream here. Even though, yeah, it might be raining blood down on me sometimes, but I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna avoid manifesting my dream because there's a chance that I could get hurt, or it could fail, or I could have a bad day. I'm doing it because that's the only thing that's going to add that sort of purpose and enrichment to my life. Okay. The pain of moving forward, the pain of change, the pain of going forward and pursuing your purpose is less than the pain of staying where you were. Staying closed off and saying, I don't want to pursue my dream because there's a chance I could get hurt. I don't want to pursue that love relationship or that friendship. I don't want to get a dog because eventually the dog will die. I mean, it's the truth, right? But I think that this is you appreciating, almost appreciating the good times because there is always that looming suffering over life. We got to take it where we can get it. We've got to find joy wherever we can. We've got to find joy in the little moments. We got to find joy with our friends, our family, our people, our pets, our plants. Because suffering and loss is always going to be there. Even when you try your hardest to avoid it. I'm going to avoid friends. I don't want any family. I don't want any pets. I don't even want any plants in my house because I want to avoid suffering. You're going to suffer anyway. So we might as well have those things in life that we truly want. Pursue our passion. Pursue our love, our interest, our purpose, your dream. Because that Nine of Swords is going to be there anyway. Existence is suffering, right? So the Two of Pentacles, you're sort of making changes. You're saying, okay, well, how can I step out of my comfort zone? How can I step out of this storm shelter? You know, virtual storm shelter, emotional storm shelter. What can I do? Well, I can call my family. I can go out and make a friend, or what, you know what I mean? I could go on a date. I could go, get a puppy or something. Or I could go buy a plant. Yeah. Or I could just go out into the world, go to the grocery store, and just, be present. Be present and be open. And, it's like we're not shying away from people. We're not cowering. We're not scared of people. We're open. We're inviting. We're going to the grocery store and super saying, hey, you're buying the same bread as me. Wow, isn't that cool? Silly stuff, But it's an energy shift in you, right? In your environment, you've got Queen of Cups, double water. This is intense water energy here, okay? And it's contrasted with the fire. This is the Knight of Wands. This is fire and fire. This is water and water. So it's a shift. It's an energy shift, okay? And I think that this is you appreciating the whole range of emotional energy that's out there in your environment. This is you finding the depth of relationships. I think that you are going from the surface level of the water, the reflection, right? That we are so closed off that all we're doing is reflecting the energy of other people. People at work smile and say hi. You smile and say hi. Just reflecting to other people what their energies are. Other people seem mad and closed off. Well, then we're going to walk around mad and closed off. That we're not being authentic. We're just reflecting energy. Mirroring the emotions around us in terms of our relationships with the world. With strangers, friends, family, pets, plants, whatever. Coworkers. Then there's the shallow end. The shallow end is saying, well, I'm just going to gratify every desire I have because, I'm going to get my kicks before the whole shit house goes up in flames, right? Jim Morrison said that. Well, that could be the way to go, too. I mean, that's the shallow end of the pool here. And that, I think that leaves us a little bit too rudderless on this great ocean. That now our ship is not being really steered anywhere. We're not sailing in any particular way. We're just kind of, we're just, floating with the current one way or the other. Good things over here. I'm gonna seek pleasure. I'm gonna avoid pain. That's my life, right? And so then it just kind of, there's no intent. There's no purpose there. But we go deeper, 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 deeper. And we realize that the pleasure and pain, the pleasant or unpleasant emotions of life, the gratification, the immediate gratification is fine. Yeah, I want to avoid pain and I want pleasure in life. Sure. But what is more important is that deeper sense of purpose, the deeper sense of the passion, the enthusiasm. What is your soul really hungry for? It's not just superficial relationships. It's deeper relationships with people, more meaningful experiences with people. And the deeper you get, the closer you get to people, the deeper those bonds, the more it's going to hurt if something happens, right? So that's the risk. And that's where the Nine of Swords stays looming over us. The closer we get to people, the more authentically we bond in our relationships, the more we commit, the more we really get close, etc., the more it's going to hurt if something were to happen. But the alternative is just pleasure-seeking, surface-level or shallow-end sort of relationships. So you have to search yourself. This card is about emotional honesty, emotional transparency. What do you want? What is your soul hungry for? Right? What is going to add meaning and purpose into that Ten of Pentacles? Because that's the life you're building. We have to ask, is that going to be just an empty shell of a life, or is this going to have substance to it? You've got to search yourself. Okay. Now, the energy that you don't want is the Knight of Wands, fire on fire, which to me feels like impulsivity, right? It feels like, to me, it feels like sometimes we could get carried away with things, and that's kind of the fear. I don't know if this is necessarily what we don't want, but it's sort of what we're afraid of. We're afraid of just like, getting swept away in the rush of energy. And again, it's kind of like we're not in control of the horse. We're not in control of the ship. It's just sort of, the horse has ran off with us on its back, and we don't know how to control it, right? And that's the same thing here, where it says we need self-control. We need discipline. We have to have a willed intentionality in our lives, rather than just getting on the horse and the horse just like starts running wherever it wants. We're going to end up falling off, or the horse is going to hurt itself, or we're going to crash into a tree or whatever, fall into a ravine, go off the cliff, right? So our worry is that we're going to get so kind of fired up over these new relationships and things that we're not going to see the disasters coming, or that we're going to lose control, or that we're going to just be swept away by it, and we're going to be sort of unaware of what really is going on. We're going to maybe be not so much out of control, but we're going to be so blinded by the excitement that we're not going to be able to make the really appropriate decisions to keep ourselves safe. Again, we have to hold the reins, right? And we don't see a lot of other air energy here, right? Just the Nine of Swords, just the worst of the worst swords possible. That's the only air we have. So when we're in this new flow of energy, when we're embracing this energetic shift, and we're looking for deeper experiences, more meaningful bonds with people, we have to hold the reins. Okay, we have to be mindful of what we're doing and how we're doing it, and not get swept away by our enthusiasm. Okay? Now, I'm sensing that there is a younger female energy in your life. I don't know if this is, maybe the Princess of Pentacles, final card here. Maybe this is you. Maybe this is kind of like an inner child. Maybe this is a return to that kind of, a return to that almost childlike awareness, when we're young, I don't know how old you are. Maybe you're still young. Maybe you're young at heart. But this is a return to that state where we think, oh, gosh, anything's possible in life now. Sometimes with these two, with the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, life has worn us down a little bit. That we're a little bit cynical. We're a little bit kind of disgruntled in life. We're saying, you know what, I've been through a lot in life, and you know what, life's not pretty, right? This is a return to that childlike wonder that just says, I can be anything I want. This is a return to that blissful state, that excitement that says, life can be anything. There's so many possibilities. I have my whole future in front of me. This is the kid that says, I want to be a firefighter and an astronaut. I want to have a family. I want to have a lot of pets. I want to have a big house, a lot of land. Oh, life is going to be so great. I can't wait for life, And this is how we view things before life wears us down, before we get our heart broken, before we get those Nine of Swords storms in life, and then we think life's tough. Before we're really ground down by life. This is a return to that state of infinite possibilities. Anything's possible now. So this is kind of like we're getting excited for all the potential that we're going to manifest. Yeah. For all the reality. I kind of feel like with the Queen, this is one reviewing the past, and the Knight is sort of worried about the future a little bit. We're thinking about where we've been. We're reflecting on where we've been. We're worried about where we're going. But the princess, all the princesses, are about what's going on right now. So I think when you learn from the past and you get excited about the future, you start having this experience right here in this present moment. You're present, you're mindful, you're here now. And you realize that this moment has infinite potential. It's not the future can be anything I want, but right now can be anything I want. Do I want to be miserable right now? Or do I want to be jubilant right now? And this moment could be anything we want it to be. Let's look at the mystery card. I want the Empress, obviously, because the Princess of Pentacles transforms into the Empress. That is the sort of idea of the potential of the princess, right, being fulfilled. Because this is the barren landscape. It's saying, this could be anything. What do I want to build here? I could build anything I want on this little patch of earth, So I'm thinking Empress. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. Oh, it's a Queen of Cups, this one again. You got to learn from the past. But we don't want to dwell on it. We want to reflect on the past, but we don't want to get stuck there. We also want to, this is really about you finding out what is that Ace of Cups for you. What is it that you really, truly love? What is it that you want? What is it that you want? There may be a Gemini person coming into your life very soon. Okay? I recommend that you watch the Aries reading that came out today. We have to search our soul. We have to go past the surface level, the reflective part. We have to go past the shallow part. We have to really get to the depths of our own soul. What do we want? What really is my soul's yearning, burning desire? Yeah, I think it's for that union with that desire. We're trying to unite with that other thing. If it's a person, if it's a purpose, if it's a mission, whatever it is, a journey. Yeah. So very, very strong water energy here. Now, we're going to do an extended reading if you want to stick around. There's a link up top. There's a link down below. New readings for Taurus, Monday and Friday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.